Okay. Now that nonsense. Okay. I am sorry. I do not know what happened. It would not. All I had to do was restart the program, so I don't know why it's stupid like that. Just want to make sure. Okay. Sorry about that. Now you can see it. In all of its dream bubble glory. That was slightly embarrassing. But like I said, this is my first time streaming, so was not prepared for that. Hot dog daddy-o.
My bed is transmogrified into a lean, mean racing machine. Time to put the pedal to the metal, the rubber to the road, and the sponge to the street.
Yes, we got a game. I don't know what was wrong before. I'm sorry. What's my favorite episode of SpongeBob? Last night I said Graveyard Shift. Well, I have a lot of favorites. I'm not really sure. Probably Graveyard Shift. Chocolate with Nuts is good. What other good ones? I don't know. I like them all. Rip Pants. Rip Pants is great. Whoops. Whoops. My eye. Sort of, not really. It's like, I can see out of it, but it's damaged to the point where it just makes seeing things hard. I did get glasses that sort of help. I'm not wearing them now, obviously. But, they don't help a ton. It's not as bad as it might sound. Like, I'm surviving. Also, I apologize if there ends up being any noise or if someone bursts into my room. Apparently my smaller cousins are coming over later, and so they don't have the foresight to, they don't understand you should knock before you enter a room. So sometimes they just burst into my room. But I don't think that'll happen. I'm just warning you, it could. Ah. Yes, that's right. I didn't even keep looking away from this. If you guys donate today, I believe the Tiltify link is in the description of the stream. If you donate today, you can... I can't think straight because I'm trying to do things more than once. If you select the donation reward for the giveaway, we're giving away a fun edition and then several, I believe 6 actual copies of the game. Some of them are, I think they're all just codes, so you're not like getting the physical game. But I mean, it's still a free game, so you can thank THQ for some of that because they just gave us a bunch yesterday, and it's pretty crazy. Plankton, why are you doing this to me, man?
Well, Dale, looks like the new competitor's lost his license already. Hello, is this thing on? Hello? Thanks for the feedback, Dale.
SpongeBob, license to jive. I hope you guys do like the video I'm putting out. I think it's not my favorite game, but I found the story of the company really interesting, and I think there are a lot of redeeming qualities about this game. I think it's very whimsical, and it's just got, like, it's weird, obviously, and it's just got a lot of different worlds you wouldn't normally see in a SpongeBob game.
No, it's too far away for me to reach. Curse you, underwater currents! You win again!
To get your driving license back.
It's weird that Mrs. Puff and Gary are like the only two other SpongeBob characters in the game, besides random fish.
Now that you're on foot, come over here and I can tell you a few more things.
What is for my video? It's I'm trying to think of the best way to explain it. It's like a history type of thing. It was a donation goal that we hit, thanks to Purple Lamp. Thanks, Purple Lamp. And so it basically goes over. It starts out by going over the history of the company itself, kind of how it was founded. Specifically, it's really more the history of two brothers that started the company. And their story is pretty interesting. Well, looks like Joe donated, how much did it say? What was I saying? It's the history of two brothers who founded Blitz Games, and then it goes into how they went from they started making games as children, and then they ended up joining a game company, and while they were at that game company, they founded their own on the side, and that ended up turning into Blitz Games over time. And then I kind of skip forward to when they were approached to make the SpongeBob game, and talk about kind of what they had planned for that, because what we got and what they had planned were two different things. And so that's the most interesting part, I would say, and writers helped me out with that part by narrating. And I thought that part was pretty good. There's a part that really makes me smile in it, that I left in. I don't know that he wanted me to leave it in, but I left it in because it's funny. So.
You really got the hang of this.
Like I said, I haven't decided exactly when I'm gonna put that out. It's either tonight or tomorrow. I'm just happy to get a break because I've been working on that video like non-stop. Like yesterday, I was up for well over 24 hours, and I was so tired, and I didn't end up waking up until like an hour and a half before I needed to stream. So I was frantically trying to get everything set up. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I edited it a little bit, but it's mostly the same. I jump over the oil. I'm told, like, cranking these things is, like, really difficult on the Wii version. And while I'm playing the Wii, I'm on the game. I'm, like, using a GameCube controller, so. What button does this? Oh, maybe I have to talk to her first. I can't remember which button does this slam.
You made it, SpongeBob.
It is not a speedrun documentary. That is Shift's documentary, which should be going up
the dash attack to push that.
I'm not sure when he's
spark
putting
block
that
into
up,
its
but I
slot.
believe he's putting it up in
Find what it is you seek.
coalition with the relief. Mine's more about development. Can't read the donations very well. Let me try. Let me see if pulling it. Yeah, I'm having trouble seeing the donations. If any of the relief members are in the chat and want to join me on Discord,
Dash that spark block.
that would probably help, because I'm having trouble seeing the donations. Part of that's my eyesight and part of that's my color blindness. My eyes are just a mess, to be
One
honest.
of my best pupils.
But whoever that was, thank you so much. And make sure you, for everyone else, make sure you select that giveaway reward, because, I mean, if you can get a fun edition for free, I mean, why wouldn't you?
I found you. Never leave me again, okay?
Hey, SpongeBob. Let's see if you got what it takes to beat the great Piston Patrick.
No, it is not Blitz's first title. I can see why they would think that a lot of their games came off as amateurish to some people, but they really were seasoned developers. Like I said, they were making games as children.
Real challenge, Dale. Should be interesting, Rick.
It's just the way they designed games was kind of simple. As Blitz Games, I would say their first game was, I'm not sure. At first they were called Interactive Studios before they changed their name to Blitz Games. So they made Glover. They made a War Games game. I did not hit the go button. They made the Fairly Odd Parents games, Breaking the Rules and Shadow Showdown. And then later, after they did SpongeBob, they did Attack on the Guardians of Gross, the iCarly Wii game. I am playing terribly.
Looking good.
And yeah, their end was kind of lackluster and depressing. It, like, kind of makes sense why they ended up having to close down, because the things they were making just were not things people were interested in my opinion. Interested in my opinion. I'm excited for PS5. I told myself I was not going to buy one for a couple years, but after seeing Spider-Man and Ratchet and Clank right off the bat, not to mention Hitman 3, I'm tempted. We'll see how much it is, I guess. I mean, there is the all-digital version, which I prefer physical, but I've bought so many digital games on my PS4 just out of convenience. So if it's really cheaper, I might. I am doing terrible.
Wow! This race is falling apart at the seams. Evasive action. I remember back when this was all.
Did I? Oh, that was like a Sleepy Seed tracker. Okay, yeah.
Look at me go, SpongeBob. Eat my sand. Prepare for automotive annihilation.
This game was supposed to be a launch title for the Wii. Like, the reason they made this game in the first place pretty much was to be on the Wii. When they met with THQ about it, THQ was like, we need this to be a launch title for the Wii. Make it. And obviously it was on other platforms, but the Wii was the focus. I was given some pictures from development that I ended up not putting in the video, partially because I forgot I had them, and partially because there wasn't really anywhere they fit into the script. So I'll try to find another way to release those. I haven't decided how exactly I'm going to do that. Might talk to writers about that. But they're just neat little behind the scenes photos. There's not like too many of them, but they're cool.
But I'm not sure
It just shows like concept art they had on the walls and stuff like that. Also, like the Wii dev kit that they were given before they even knew what the Wii was. It was just still called the Revolution. Yeah, I agree. It does drag on and on sometimes. I kind of go over that a little bit in the review portion of my video. Or overview, I guess. It's not exactly a review. There are definitely parts where I got bored. And I really like Patrick's level, like, visually. But, it is tough to get through at, like, with all the payphones you have to go into all the time.
Smashing a competitor's car, Dale, is that against the rules? There aren't any rules, Rick. Reminds me of my first marriage, Dale.
An old ad for the game where it was to be developed by Avalanche Software. I don't know anything about that. Avalanche made, I think they're the ones who made like Rugrats Royal Ransom and
These guys aren't just
Disney
gonna let me come
Infinity.
and rummage around, so I better brush up on my skills.
Yeah, I haven't played it. Shadow Showdown, I mean. I haven't played any of the Fairly Odd Parents games, but they do look good. I was told it had 0 audio, but then I found cutscene. I don't know if it was like it had 0 audio on some platforms and others, because the audio does exist out there. I had to look it up. But yeah, I heard that was a thing. And I don't know how they messed that up either. I think they were probably rushed and just didn't realize. That's the thing, especially with THQ, they really rushed their development. Like every, like Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, Battle for Bikini Bottom, the movie game, all these games only had a year to be made and released. So that's part of the problem with licensed games, is so many of them are pushed and only have a year to be made. So like, it's no wonder most of them turn out terrible. Like, it's kind of a miracle so many SpongeBob games have ended up being as good as they are. And there are other good licensed games, like especially on the Nicktoons front. Like I said, Rugrats Royal Ransom. I know a lot of people like some of the Jimmy Neutrons. Some people are really pushing for a Barnyard remake. So there are good games, but the stigma is that they're bad, and the reason for that is development time. It wouldn't have necessarily been Creature from the Krusty Krab 2 if they were going to make another game. The thing is, by the end, they made Atlantis Scorpanis, and then they also made Underpants Slam and Skate and Surf Road Trip, which, I mean, Underpants Slam might be okay, but Surf and Skate Road Trip was just a Kinect game. And pretty much all the games they were making at that point were for the Kinect. They were like Kinect developers at that point. So, I mean, it could have been Creature from the Krusty Krab 2, but I get the sense it probably just would have been another shovelware type of thing. Because like I said, the games they were putting out were not amazing. And, I had a thought, but I can't think. I got distracted by pushing that button. But yeah. Could have been, but not likely.
have here? I have absolutely no idea.
Yeah, it did kind of feel like a sequel. I didn't play the console version of Creature from the Krusty Krab, but I did play the console version of Atlantis Scorpianus, and I was like, what is this garbage? I didn't really say that as a kid. I was just thinking, why is it so weirdly different? Because as a kid, you don't necessarily understand the difference between developers. And yeah, I was not a fan of Atlantis Scorpianus. What am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm like wandering around looking for something that's not there.
You should use your sponge lunge against big meanies like this. Stun him.
Oh no, not the armored bad guy. Anything but that.
Use your dash attack first, SpongeBob.
Friction Freds. Ah, yes.
Remember, you have to dash with him first.
Good old Fixin' Fred. Ah!
My pants!
And that's the thing is, some people think the platforming segments are boring, but they're honestly the only segments I even like that much. I think the vehicle segments are more boring to me, at least the racing ones. Just because they don't even really feel like a race. Gonna get the C's. I almost said sleepy seeds, but these aren't sleepy seeds. These are Z's. I mean, I like the platforming can be boring and still interesting because of like aesthetics and stuff like that. And it's a good aesthetic. The whole hot rod, post-apocalyptic type of feel.
Oh, one of these. These are very important.
What art platform did I use? I think I just used a sketch app on my phone. Like, might have been Adobe Sketch on my phone. What I do is I draw it on paper and then I just like breaking these boxes. I know there's not really a point. Well, there is a point because I'm supposed to, but what I mean is I enjoy breaking the boxes, even though it feels boring. Yeah, I draw it out on paper in my sketchbook, and then I take a picture of it and trace it in a sketch app. And then the where's the last one? The background is just a picture. Where's the last one? My cousins did just get here. I can hear them downstairs, so I apologize if they're loud and you can hear them. My dog is also barking like a maniac, so I'm confused. I'm missing something here. Where's the last box? Yeah, it doesn't feel like SpongeBob, and the gameplay itself feels pretty bland. I would say the story itself is interesting, at least. The worlds. Oh, there it is. I'm freaking blind. I told you guys, I have vision problems. Couldn't use that excuse. That probably was a colorblind thing. So confused, though. I did it. I won!
Got it! Say hello to my hot rod, miscellaneous piece of car equipment.
Yeah, chat's delayed a little bit. Like I'm responding as it comes through, but the stream itself is a little bit behind, so you guys are hearing my responses after I'm saying them. It's not as bad as it was with like Sheriff the other day, but this is my first stream, so I have to work kinks out for future stuff, which I plan on doing. Ow! I plan on doing future stuff. Like, I really want to stream Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, which I probably would have tried to do if it weren't for the fact that we already have people streaming it, so I'm more than happy to play this game. Yep, they're stomping up the stairs. I love them, but they're loud. Get that spring. The soundtrack for Creature from the Krusty Krab. Yeah, people keep saying the soundtrack is like incredible. It doesn't really stand out to me, but I mean, there are good tracks. My taste in music is just a little different, I guess. And I mean, part of it's also nostalgia, I guess. I don't know. Like, I really like Revenge of the Flying Dutchman's music, but I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's garbage, and there's only like 4 tracks. And there are garbage tracks in Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. Specifically, the slide puzzle segments sound like death, but the rest is pretty good. And obviously, Battle for Bikini Bottom has some real bangers. I did like some of the, like I said, I did like some of the music in this game, especially when making my video. There was some real ambiance to it, while also having energy.
My goodness, you're
Why does
becoming
it
one
do
of my
that?
best pupils.
The thing about this game is, I think it's even in the reviews from the game initially, it just shows you, it tells you to do things that you've been doing forever, and it just keeps telling you to do it, and it'll like zoom in the camera and you can't skip it just to show you where to go, even though you really didn't need it to figure out where to go.
That platform is not going to move until somebody moves that engine block.
Side of it.
Must I do everything myself?
Let's crank it up again. I did not know that, but I would believe it. I think they came out around the same time.
My
And I mean, it
goodness,
makes sense because all the
one of
other
my best pupils.
console games were... All the other console games that went onto PC ended up being point-and-click things like Employee of the Month. I haven't really played many of them. I played a little bit at a library, and I don't even remember which one I played, but I need to definitely check those out, because they do look fun, at least in the sense of it feels like SpongeBob.
Plankton's known to be a tough competitor.
I was
Dale.
watching Dave Ace
Absolutely.
play Revenge of the
Very
Flying
nice for this
Dutchman
race. I
yesterday,
never get
and I was just
distracted,
thinking,
Dale.
man,
Hey, Pebble.
I want to play this game again, even though I just played it last year.
A starfish and a plankton. Who could ask for more than that? I certainly couldn't, Rick. It's a classic lineup for a race.
Yeah, I don't think I'll probably make it to Alaskan Belly Trouble just because of how long Patrick's level is. I mean, I can always stream it again, not during the event, but like in the future on my channel. And I believe I'm the only one streaming this game, unfortunately, for the event. I do like Alaskan Belly Trouble. It's kind of weird, like, it's kind of ick, but just the music and the idea of it is really interesting. And I really like that the chief's wife is a ironing board. That part was funny. See, there's a lot of humor in this game. Like, I feel like they at least got that sense of it, is the humor. And there are a lot of references to the show in the game, like the Weenie Hut Jr. that's in, I almost said Weenie Hut General, the Weenie Hut Jr. that's in Plankton's level.
Whoa, even the floor has a mind
I would be looking at chat right now, but during the driving segments, I just keep going off into the wall, and I don't want to lose on the... Is this the last race? No, this isn't the last
No,
race.
I've never noticed there was a racetrack right in my front yard. Pineapple! When can I
Wheel!
see you get on this race again?
Take that sleepy seed just because, just for good measure. Why wouldn't you? You know? Can't save anyways because I didn't put my memory card in. So it's cool. Leave me alone, Plankton. Ain't nobody wanna be friends with you.
Speed! Speed! Yeah! Speedy's fun!
After you, SpongeBob. Not.
I hate these mines that he's putting out. I don't like them. They're not they're not cool. Oh, final lap, I think.
These new parts have just gotta work!
Say I think because I don't remember. Even though I just made a video on it.
Something's changed, but I'm not sure.
I've been trying to decide what to do next. Once this video's up. Like, what do I make next? Probably be a few smaller videos that don't necessarily go too deep into history. Just because there are some games that I want to talk about that there's just nothing out there and nobody to talk to about it. Like Rugrats Royal Ransom, I really want to talk about that game. But I tried doing some digging. And there's a little history out there, so I can probably talk a little bit about it. But for the most part, like, there's no way I'm going to be able to contact anyone at Avalanche Software because they still exist.
Silly little sponge.
They're
Never win in a million years.
They work for Warner Brothers now, so. I tried looking up old employees, but just their names are too generic. There's no way to find their actual profiles. Even the founders of the company themselves are difficult to find. I don't think they have Twitter or Facebook or anything like that. No, I don't want to save. No, I don't want to save.
He seems to be collecting turbos. Could be tricky.
Especially since the great turbo drought of '04, Rick.
Those were the days.
Huh. That's interesting about the trailer, the Revenge of the Flying Dutchman
All
trailer.
you need to do to beat Gary is to soup up your engine with his
Yes,
new
I am
car.
excited for the
I'm
new
sure there are some
Spider-Man.
places around here that you haven't explored.
Even though it's not a full-fledged game, exactly. Like, it's a standalone game. But...
Win this one for us.
Wow, I walked forward. Awesome. Let's celebrate.
Okay, SpongeBob. I know I'm going to regret saying this, but you've also got the ability to
Excuse me.
swing through the
I
air.
know how to swing. Quit giving me unskippable cutscenes that show me the anchor for like 10 seconds.
You're becoming one of my best pupils.
Drives me nuts. This game would be great if it didn't have all those cutscenes
Come on,
that just
SpongeBob.
show me
You know
how to do
swing,
things.
Don't you?
Especially when they tell me every time I get close to them how to do it. Like, they show me in the prompt. I don't need a cutscene telling me, oh, hey, you can do this. I do hope they... Like, I know some people are like, I don't want this game remade. Like, even Riders wasn't necessarily... And I don't necessarily... Me and Riders don't necessarily want it remade more than others. But I think it would be good to remake this game because they can fix problems like those unskippable cutscenes that
Get your
constantly
car
hold
fitted
your
up with
hand.
Some more special parts, and you can use speed boosts around the track.
I just feel like the game has a lot of potential in it, and a remake could get rid of the bad and bring out the good. I have an idea for what they could call it. I'm not supposed to go over here yet. But I don't want to say it because it kind of spoils something for my video. Yeah. thought I could maybe hit him from the side, but nope. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if Battle for Bikini Bottom was the only one that got remastered either, as long as they're like, as long as they continue making more, like, new games. I mean, I would like the SpongeBob movie game to get made, but it doesn't make a lot of sense. And I'm sure there's a lot more that goes into remaking a game from an old movie. I want to say, I don't think there's ever been a game for a movie that's been remastered, so the odds of it, are probably pretty low, but it's a good game. And I mean, aside from the movie game, there are some good ones that could be remastered, like Camera Pants, Truth or Square. But, I don't know that people care enough. Like, people were very vocal about wanting Battle for Bikini Bottom. But, I don't know that there would be enough support for another one like Lights, Camera, Pants.
My goodness, you're becoming.
I feel like they're gonna go where the money is, you know. Even though they are like, they do care about their fans, they still want to make sure it makes financial sense. They are a company, so. And they do cover a lot of niche territory with their games, like Destroy All Humans. Just like, I've been following them on Twitter, and like, most of their tweets are all very niche games that I've never really even heard of. So, if they wanted to keep going with the SpongeBob thing, they could. It's just, they need to make money on it. And I think a new game would be better than anything. Let's check the chat real quick. Yeah, I never played the TAC games, but I know that would be a good one to redo. They looked solid in the commercials. And he's in TAC is in Rugrats Royal Ransom, so you could see a remaster of that's what I really want. I want a remaster of Rugrats Royal Ransom. That's how you get TAC back, right? In all seriousness though, a remaster of that game would be great. I just don't know that there's a big Rugrats fandom out there. Like, there are fandoms, but like video game wise.
Get those pants working, SpongeBob. Bounce the button.
It's a really good game, though. Simple. Like, it's really easy. It's clearly for kids, but it's solid platforming, really. And it's not too easy. And it just looks good. It's a pretty game. I would also like Revenge of the Flying Dutchman remade, but that's never going to happen. I think there are too many semantics that would go into that, even if people did want that, so. It's just one of those games where a remake would obviously bring out the good in the game. Get rid of a lot of the bad, but not enough people would want it. These big old spiky boys are hurting my feelings. AWE Games Studio. Like to try out the beta for the game when it comes out next month. What game are we talking about? Huh. I don't know what we're talking about, but sure. Which way was that? How is the Rehydrated show coming, Riders?
Okay, Gary, prepare to give up your Speed King crown.
Oh, they're fake. Okay. I don't know how to ban people, unfortunately. I need to figure out how to mod Riders so he can do it. Riders, can you explain how to mod you in the chat, or?
Oh, someone's trying to block me off, huh? But no one can stop Speed King SquarePants.
Go on, dash that spark block.
I'll probably have to do it on my computer, I'd imagine. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, that was way easier than I thought. Okay. Zach, if you're in here too, say something and I'll mod you. Or any of the other relief people.
Just call me SpongeBob Spare Parts. Bap.
Yep, I believe so. Part of the reason I have to use my phone for the chat is there's actually one other issue with my eyes that I haven't mentioned. Like I said, my eyes are a mess. I was born with something called nystagmus, which basically means my eyes shake back and forth, which is why I don't show my face in my videos, because I can't focus on a camera. And it looks weird and just distracting. And because of that, I cannot focus on things from a certain angle. And the laptop is over on this side, and not only is my mic kind of blocking the chat bar, but I wouldn't be able to focus on it from this angle. So there's a little insight for you as to why I make the videos I make the way I make them. Because my eyes are all jank.
Slide part A into slot K.
I might start doing some live action stuff if I don't have to like do a face cam type of thing, like where I'm looking at the camera. Kind of like CMB does with his little skits. I don't know. I'd have to get a decent camera though. Don't want to I use my phone when I need a camera, and I don't want to keep doing that because it sucks. But finding an actual good camera and not like a crappy knockoff from China is difficult on Amazon, so I'd probably have to go to a store to find one. Now. I really like this part right here for some reason. I just thought it was neat using the engine to blow the wall down.
Wow.
Thought that was a neat
The
idea.
most shiny thing I have ever seen.
Use the dash attack to push that spark block into its
Oh, I mean, Riders has been working non-stop. I have no idea. I think he went to bed right after his stream, or at least he was planning to last night. But he's been working hard on everything, so I'm sure he's exhausted. Oop, that one's not ready yet. Whoops. Can't even imagine like being in charge of all this. Like, I'm exhausted from just being a part of it, making my video. He has to keep everyone organized.
I'm a master mechanic.
Oh boy, 3 a.m. Wait, if we're underwater, how can there be a... I really haven't watched SpongeBob in so long. Like, I really need to just sit down and watch all my favorite episodes.
A perfect fit.
The games were such a big part of my experience with SpongeBob, but I really do love the cartoon. It just got, like, I'd seen it so many times, like, it comes to the point where it's like, I don't need to watch this anymore. And I don't want to see the new, I have not a lot of interest in seeing new episodes. So. I did watch Rip Pants recently, and Bubble Stand. Rip Pants was always, like, my favorite episode as a kid. So, like, I know you guys asked me what my favorite episode was earlier. When I was a kid, I would have said Rip Pants. You're just doing this to waste my time. Making me go back and forth and back and forth.
Just call me SpongeBob Spare Parts.
Oh, Snowball Effect is good. I like that one. Drawn to Life, SpongeBob Edition. That is one I played on DS. And I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the Drawn to Life games, but it was pretty solid. No! No! I wanted to go up on the elevator, but it wouldn't let me. Sorry, when I can't think of anything thoughtful to say, I just do a weird voice. Oh wait, that just... Whoopsie doodles. Oh no, I just destroyed SpongeBob. This one? Don't really need to get the Sleepy Seed. But I don't remember which... Ah, there it is.
Just call
I
me
might as well.
SpongeBob,
I'm here.
Demolitions Expert Pants.
Or maybe there were two paths I needed to go down. Yeah, never mind, I'm an idiot. I had to do both those. Or did I? Did I?
Wasn't me.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's just... I bet if I defeat these enemies, it'll open up a path. Or not. Okay, like I said, I haven't played this game very much. I had the DS version, so...
That's weird.
I don't remember enough about how it works.
Broken-ish.
Whoopsie doodle. Riders, if you're not... I was gonna say if you're not busy, you can come on, but I just remembered you did say you were busy, so never mind. Ow! It whacked me. Come on. There we go. SpongeBob Christmas. I liked how Truth or Square referenced actual episodes. Like, it's the first, like, real continuity in a SpongeBob episode. Or not episode, but in the SpongeBob... in SpongeBob in general. Oh, they're not... Nope, they're not. What do I have to do here again? Like, that's the cool thing about Truth or Square is it referenced episodes, but it was a little on the nose, whereas, like, Battle for Bikini Bottom would reference stuff without necessarily, like, directly talking about it. Here comes the mailman! Oh, he's dead.
Let's rumble.
Come on. Come on out of there. Here comes the other mailman. He's the backup. Oh, he's dead. All the mailmen keep dying.
Here to play, fellas?
Jeez. Dropping like flies around here. Don't even know how to drive. The sponge who could fly. That's a good one too. So many good episodes. Like just the first 3 seasons in general. I would say even some of the 4th season. Like Fear of a Krabby Patty is a really good one. Don't necessarily love the one after, like that's with that one about Mr. Krabs losing his shell. It's a little weird and creepy, but really like Fear of a Krabby Patty as a season 4 episode. There was one episode, I don't know what season it was, but where they were playing mini golf in their house that I kind of enjoyed. Oh, what am I doing wrong? That would be what I'm doing wrong. Uh-oh, my phone's vibrating. Who's trying to message me? I don't have time for your nonsense. Yeah, it's still going. I'm still on this level. What time is it? Okay, so we still got an hour. So we can probably get to Patrick's stream. I think. That's the thing is, like, some of these levels drag on. But at least it's not the entire game isn't like this. At least they change it up. That way you don't get super brain dead. But I respect the people who like this game. Like CMB was saying, it's one of his favorites, Chester. And yeah, I can respect that. He respects that we like Battle for Bikini Bottom, so. And he's not a huge fan of that one. Which doesn't make sense to me, but to each their own. I understand why he likes what he likes. A good game is not necessarily objective, like some people would like to believe. Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Hi-ho. No! Keeps doing that. I hate when elevators do that in games where they like go up before you can even get on them. Drives me nuts. I think there's a level in Glover, which is another game this company made, that does that too. And it's even harder because you have a rubber ball you have to carry around with you that doesn't like to go where you tell it to. I love Glover, but it's annoying. And it's hard. The Blob. I never played The Blob. Looks fun though. Kind of like reminds me of Splatoon, even though it came first. I do remember it though. It's on Switch, like both of them are. Just haven't bothered picking them up. I think we're almost done here. I think this is the final section. Oh, ah! Didn't realize that was a big boy. Pull out my little bull horns and charge them. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. I'm bad. I'm bad at games, you guys. Secret's out. I'm canceled. I'm bad at games. Feels like I'm just doing the same thing over and over. Like, they should have had more enemy variations. There we go.
My
I'm not even gonna bother getting all of these. Just gonna take the thing and leave.
One of these are very important.
No, I do not wish to save my game. Think we have one more race before we can go talk to Patrick?
Gary, eh?
Or not
Things are
talk to
really
Patrick,
heating
play
up
as Patrick.
now, Dale.
That's why I'm wearing my fireproof underpants, Rick. See?
Yeah, Glover's good.
I really didn't
I like
need
Glover.
to see that. Is that a snail out there?
Yes, Rick, it is. Or perhaps
Welcome to
something
IGN.
disguised as a snail.
That's funny.
Three, two, one.
What's up, everybody? Oh. What? I was holding A. I guess you have to press it after. It's not like Mario Kart. Whoops. At least I can actually do normally boost now.
Eat my bubbles, baby. Whoa, here I go, whoa,
I forgot that was a thing you could do. I didn't mention that in my video. Should have done that. I recorded my footage and played the game like a month before I actually started writing the video, so might have missed a few things. Or mixed up a few things. I don't know for sure. But if you see something that is like wrong in my overview portion of the video, feel free to say it in the comments. I won't take offense. Like, actually, actually,
Spongy guy.
Look at me go! Faster, I say! Faster!
kind of makes sense that Gary is the final racer given who this dream actually belongs to.
Speed sponge! Check me out, Mr. Boy!
Spoiler alert.
Whoa, whoa! Super speed sponge! Hey, Snail Daddy, I thought you were supposed to be slow. Yeah! Speedy sponge!
Ah, fire. Ah, shell.
Acceleration! Faster, I say!
I like the driving segments in the movie game so much more. I just feel like they're more interesting.
Sure looks different these days.
They're kind of the same thing, but I feel like they have more variation in the track. It actually kind of makes sense that they did a driving segment because one of their first games was a driving game.
Fast as lightning.
It was top down, mind you, but they almost got sued over it because of reasons, but I won't get into that here.
Look at me go!
So I don't know how much all of the twins that own the company really had in development. Like, they weren't the directors or anything. I know they did work on it at least in some capacity,
You've been doing when I'm at work.
but I don't know exactly what their positions were and what they did. Like what they worked on close.
Lord
Probably the concept phase. So yeah, they would come up with the driving.
This is what you've been doing when I'm at work.
But
Something's changed, but I'm not sure.
they were really more running the company by the time this game came around. They weren't really as hands-on.
Sorry, Snail Daddy, but it's
Okay, SpongeBob fell into a pit.
awesome. I love to feel the wind in my pores. We're an
Breacher.
unbeatable team, baby.
Did I say Breacher?
We're number one.
Whoops.
We're number one.
Oh. I would believe it. I don't know. That would be weird. That's the thing is, if you watched Chester's video yesterday, he talks about how Nintendo said it was the biggest and most ambitious SpongeBob game yet. But they were like, they wanted, that was their launch game. They had a heavy hand in making this game happen. So I feel like that was just them promoting their game rather than giving an actual opinion.
With this urgent news flash, Bikini Bottom is threatened by the dreaded Patrick. Who can
But I
save us
mean,
now? Who?
it's just the way it looks from the outside looking in because Nintendo had such a big part in this game. So,
Nothing looks the same as it used to.
I don't know. If the frame rate just dropped there for a second, that was weird. See, I love this level, but we're gonna get to the part where I'm just like sitting there constantly listening to the guy and I can't skip it. Why can't you skip it? Why?
SpongeBob's house is
So
lost
annoying.
right away. You're looking
I like how their
trim, little pineapple.
houses are flat. It's funny. Go Starfish Man!
I'm just a town person.
Okay. And why does his outfit turn red and then blue? Why? What does that do? It doesn't seem like it does anything.
Patrick's henchmen are on the loose. You have to do something. Starfish Man never turns down a challenge. Great. You know how to do your super turbo twist.
Yeah, it's finally done with level 1.
Super turbo. Huh? Don't worry, it's easy. I like easy. Where are
Yeah,
these
I agree with
badges?
that about the remake. Selecting different level sections. You can you can at least select levels, but you can't select which part of the level you're gonna play, which is really annoying, especially when you're going back to get sleepy seeds. Ow. I'm ashamed of letting that guy hit me.
SpongeBob should see me now.
Oh. Pow. The DS game was so different. Like, it used the same concept, but just the gameplay, I feel like it wasn't like amazing. I just feel like it was maybe a little
Starfish Man.
less hard to get through.
Starfish Man, it's for you.
And there were more sections with Patrick where he crashes the rocket he's riding on in the DS version. And I think, unless I'm remembering wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's a part where you have to platform on the moon with Patrick and collect the rocket parts. Like I said, I might be remembering that wrong, but I'm almost positive that is the case. I tried skipping it by pressing start. I'm an idiot. Go Starfish Man!
Architectural destruction. I like it.
They should make another
Starfish Man.
SpongeBob Justice League episode like they did back in the day. It was like called the JLA or something.
Use it to press buttons.
But they should have Starfish Man be
Try it out on those.
the character.
One more thing. Sometimes you might have to slam multiple times on a button or enemy to get the desired result.
Do 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 do.
So,
See, there's just so many cutscenes. Like, I walked 5 feet and now I'm in another cutscene.
dreaded Patrick.
Why? It's barely gameplay.
Why's he laughing? What's so funny?
And I don't need to see the
Tell me the joke again.
guys pop out every single time. Doesn't make sense. Why do they have crab claw-like hands? Why? Explain it to me. Game just frustrates me sometimes. I do like this level, but it needs to quit. Showing me cutscenes every 5 seconds.
Well, these things are great.
Let's jump on the food truck. What's the food truck called again? Krabby Crepes. I want a Krabby Crepe. Sounds delicious. So the thing is, do you think a Krabby Patty is actually good? I used to have this scenario in my head as a kid that what if I went to the Krusty Krab, like what if there was a way to go to the Krusty Krab and meet SpongeBob, and I ordered a Krabby Patty, but I don't like I like my burgers plain. So would he like be extremely offended if I asked for my Krabby Patty plain? It's just the things I thought about as a 5-year-old. Break that box for good measure. Ow! Ow! This is the right way, right? There's a wall over there that needs to be broken. Ow. Oh, I didn't know I could break that.
Rock beats paper, and so does starfish.
The more you know! Here we go.
Hello, may I help you? Watch out for that gas. You'll have to find a way to turn it off or avoid it. Here we go.
I hate this section because they're hard. You can't really jump over it. You just kind of have to wait. Like the green smoke, I mean.
You better give up, Starfish Man. There's no way across. You again. And there's that phone again, too.
No, Ryder's got it.
Why?
Yep. Thank you, Riders.
Hello? Who am I speaking to, please? It's me, Starfish Man. I wanted to let you know that you've got a super blaster
There is evil in the
attack,
bush.
too. Not only can you use it against bad
I don't know if that's a reference to something and I'm just it's just going over my head.
or turn propellers. Ooh! Try it on those windmills over there.
Now I get to blow things. Woo! I would blow, but then I'd spike the microphone.
Look at it spin. Turn, windmill, turn.
Huzzah.
Turn like you've never turned before.
When I was playing this game, like for recording footage for my video, I was watching the first season of Parks and Rec at the same time. And so, I don't know if you guys have seen that show, but the first season is all about this guy falling into a pit. And then I got to this part while they were talking about the pit, and I just thought it was funny. Because it's literally a pit. Let's get this sleepy seed. I always feel like there's gonna be like things hidden back here, but there's literally just a Z back there. Why? What's the point? Why'd you put that there?
Are you a goon or a minion?
Ow. Ow! I'm bad at games. I was just gonna paint a beautiful picture of himself. It's cool.
Trembles before my magnificent visage. My perfect pinkness. Starfish Man
Really,
here.
that is
Who's
interesting.
calling, please? It's me, Starfish Man.
I wish I had found that blog
Calls.
when I was making my video.
Dreaded Patrick's posters are plastered all over town. Use your blow attack to remove them.
It's like Kingdom Hearts 1 on PS2. It's like ridiculous. At least they fixed that in the remaster. So hopefully if this game does get a remake, they'll fix that. I think they'd have the foresight to, especially when they're changing so much about Battle for Bikini Bottom to make it more accessible, so... If it does get remade, they'd fix that, I think.
Architectural destruction.
Forgot that was what I was supposed to be doing. I was just going up here like, oh, la-di-da-di-da. Missing the posters.
The people of this street will no longer have to look at your ugly face. Hey, wait! You stick 'em up, Dreaded Patrick.
Oh boy.
And Starfish Man knocks him down.
Yes, this is my first stream. I'm doing it for the Rehydrated relief. I'm planning on doing more. Once things kind of calm down. Just on my own time. I'm not sure what I will stream. I know I wanted to do Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. I'm sure I'll do Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. See, the thing is, I've tried doing Let's Plays in the past, and ended up not posting them. Just because, like, I feel like you have to have a certain personality to be good at a Let's Play. Whereas with a stream, it's a little bit easier. You obviously have to have people watching, but you can have a conversation with people with a stream. Whereas with a Let's Play, you're just kind of talking to yourself, you know? I mean, if you have another friend with you on the Let's Play, but even then, sometimes it's just not as good. Like, the friend has to be interesting, and you have to be interesting, and, yeah. Where? Oh, there it is. Oh, there's one more. Oh, it's right there. Let's go into the Retail Reef. It's like, is there any actual city set up like this? I don't think so. I'm gonna huff and puff and blow these guys down. Wish they stayed down when he did that. It's annoying that they don't.
You'll never catch me, you five-pointed imbecile!
Yes, that would be a good idea. They use the payphone because it's like a superhero trope, but it's just so frustrating. At the very least, they need to have you be able to skip it.
Spin them all around and you'll find out.
Because there's absolutely no reason that you can't.
And exciting!
I accidentally paused. Just spamming buttons. What do I need to do? I wasn't listening. I have the audio muted, so I have to blow those guys down. Oh, is there... No? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just blow all these trees? I don't remember. I'll just blow them all and see what happens. That did... Oh, that did something.
You five-pointed
was gonna say that did absolutely nothing.
How you handle these.
What time is it? Ah, run away, run away. Alright, we got roughly a half hour, a little more.
I see you defeated my minions.
If you guys have any questions about my video, even though it's not out yet, or my old video, or not my, it's not old, but my other videos, like if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat while I'm on, because I'd be happy to talk about it. Like even, like there are no dumb questions, even if you think your question is dumb.
Hello, phone guy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, same, Teresa.
No problem. Huh? Hello? Hello, Starfish Man. One more thing I need to tell you about. Every time you see one of these tabs, you will be able to pop up some useful stairs. Go on, try it out.
Hey.
Guy?
Pull the tab. Piglet's Big Game had stuff like this, but not where you had to spam the button. In Rue's Craft Dream. Why is it showing me at a weird angle while I'm doing that? I'm a failure. Sorry, Mom. Just want to remind you guys now, I don't know who else is in here. You probably already heard this, but we are doing a giveaway for a fun edition and 6 copies of just the normal game. So if you donate it at least $1, be sure to pick the reward for the giveaway so that you can be entered in to win that. Because I know if I were one of you guys and I missed a chance to win a fun edition, I'd be pretty mad at myself.
Before you say anything, I have a plan to deal with this.
Riders is getting his own fun edition, so he's gonna get to unbox that. And I had been planning on doing one and unboxing it, but ended up not. I don't know that I'm gonna have the money now, so it's unfortunate. It's so much money for not really things I need, you know? I mean, do you ever need anything like that? But like, oh, I think I have to smack this right here. Maybe, maybe not. Huh? What am I doing wrong here? See, this is the problem. I need to actually have the audio on, but if I do that, there's going to be an echo. I swear I had to smash that. Is it the other side that I need to smash? Yes. Okay, sorry guys. You're like, oh, come on, this idiot. And thank you to everyone who has donated. You guys made my video possible, and you've made this whole thing possible. Without, I said this on Ryder's stream last night, but without you guys, we're just a bunch of freaks sitting in our rooms talking to ourselves, so. You guys are what makes this happen.
Hello, phone dude. Starfish Man, next you need to learn to use your hot and cold ability. The nearer you get, the hotter you'll be. If you go far away, then you'll get colder.
Is this next video? I said earlier, but I can say again since you weren't here. It's kind of like the Revenge of the Flying Dutchman video, Teresa, but it's there wasn't really an interview per se. I did talk to people, and they gave me some development materials that they had in their archives. So it's the history of how the company Blitz Games came to be, and then their initial ideas for this game, and then an overview of what we actually ended up getting is basically the gist of it. And then kind of just an outro where I talk about my thoughts on the game and stuff like that. The history part is really interesting, especially if you know a lot about like old Nintendo stuff like the Game Genie or the Aladdin deck enhancer. There's definitely some interesting stuff related to that. It's all very old school gaming as far as their history goes. After a certain point, they don't really remember. Part of the reason is I couldn't interview them is they just don't remember, because they're older now, and I couldn't get in contact with anyone else from the team. I tried, but nobody would respond, or I think that some of the accounts seemed like they were pretty inactive in the first place, so. Gotta hit those guys twice. And then the really interesting part is the initial concept for the game. Creature from the Krusty Krab was not the game they pitched. It was a different game with the same idea, but completely different mechanics and things like that. So if you want to know about a SpongeBob game that was supposed to happen but didn't happen, check out my video later.
Oh no, that poor
He's
Krab.
naked!
He's on the train tracks and he's naked. Must stop the train and get him dressed. But how? Excuse me, don't you have super strength? Hey, good idea.
Hey Superverse, it's going good. I feel like it's a pretty good stream for my first stream. Ah, I gotta hit it. In the DS version, this is not what you did. In the DS version, you had to smash rocks and protect the train, not push the train back.
Gotta stop the train. Oh, no, you don't. Never fear. I'll save you.
Just so you guys know, I think if you're looking at the schedule for what's next, I think the schedule has changed. I think someone else is hopping on after me instead of Spixie. I don't know if Ryder's in the chat, he can confirm that, but I think that's what I heard, is that we're shifting a little bit.
Well, aren't you going? I don't see why I should.
Yeah, I love the cel shaded look too. That's probably why it's my favorite part of the game.
But can't you see I'm naked? I'm not going anywhere without my clothes. Never fear, naked citizen. I, Starfish Man, shall find your clothes, and you will be embarrassed no more.
It's actually not even my mic, it's my sister's. She bought it just to make her videos, and she lets me use it. It's just a blue snowball, but it's decent than most mics. And the camera's just built into the computer. What I was debating about whether or not I would even have face cam, but I thought it would be a nice chance to, like, for people to actually see me for once, since I don't put my face in my videos. Oh, okay, they smashed through that. I was about to do that. Thanks, guys. I was about to do that. I wanted to break the wall. Was I supposed to break those? I feel like I wasn't. I feel like there was something up there I can't reach by smashing.
No time for window shopping. There are clothes to
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get to Plankton in time. Maybe, but I don't think so. I do like Plankton's the Godzilla level, but he's so clunky. I wish they could have made the controls a little smoother. It's like the way, like, you have to like push the joystick forward like several seconds before he'll actually start moving forward at a decent pace. I wish they wouldn't have done it that way. Ah, yes. Sock something. Odd Sock City? I don't know. I don't know what it said. I'll get up there. Oh, over here. A durr. A durr.
It's turning! Go, little windmill! No button can resist a good slam from Starfish.
Thank you guys for watching my stream too. I mean, I know you guys are just watching because it's part of the Rehydrated relief, but I'm not a streamer. I feel like I'm not even a big channel, so it's just nice having people actually here to chat with. And I hope you're enjoying it at least. What videos does my sister make? Just Let's Play stuff. She's really into like Dragon Age, so she just makes videos where she plays Dragon Age mostly. I think she did a Let's Play of Doki Doki Literature Club back when that was a thing. She doesn't like... She just does it for fun, really. Like, she's not really trying to make it big or whatever. Ooh! Thank you, Sedwart, for donating $75. Dang! Thank you so much. You might get that $75 back in the form of a fun edition.
That's torn it.
Yeah, the final fight with Dreaded Patrick was kind of lame. It's just like a wave-based version of what you've already been doing, like a beat 'em up type of thing. Would have been cooler as a boss fight or something. I feel like I remember it being more interesting in the DS version, but I can't really say for sure. I feel like it felt more like a city in the DS version, whereas this is just like a big, empty comic book world. Am I supposed to talk to this guy? Ow. Didn't know that guy was there. Okay. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Oh, okay. Have to go over there, I guess. Oh, I see. I was testing to see if you actually even had to press B to make it go, because it felt like it was going without me. Oh. I just like breaking the boxes. Most times there isn't even anything in them, but they're fun to break. Oh. 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 I didn't notice that. Is there any videos you guys, like, is there any games you would like to see videos on? I don't know if you've seen my videos before, but, like, if you have, like, you know the type of thing I try to make. The Creature from the Krusty Krab video was actually a request from someone in my comments, like, a couple months ago, wanting to know more about this game. And I always planned on eventually getting around to this game, but I decided I would at least look into it because he was asking. And it ended up turning out to be a really cool thing. So if to whoever left that comment, you know who you are. Thank you, because I wouldn't have done that without you. And I have another really cool video on my hands. Oh. I don't get why the clothing icons aren't clothing. Like they're just little generic Elvis Patrick icons. I don't know why. It's just weird. This feels like a lazy move. Because they modeled things for the car parts, so why didn't they model clothing? Ow. I didn't see him. I'm embarrassed. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Is the dog killing them? Oh, or was there not a dog there? It felt like they were punching each other. I'm so confused. That was weird. Up, up. Oh, I see. That's why that unbreakable crate's there. Makes sense.
Oh, this would look so good on me.
Hooray! Cabral. Your name looks familiar. It might have been you. I'd have to go double check. If you asked about... If I responded to you... If you asked about Creature from the Krusty Krab and I responded to you, then yeah, it was you. I would not have made this video without that comment. Ended up learning some really cool stuff. And talking to some really cool people. And yeah, I don't know anything about the Jimmy Neutron PC games. I don't even know anything about the SpongeBob PC games, but I would definitely be willing to look into that at least. What time do we got? 20 minutes. Can probably wrap up this section at least. I don't remember how far we go after this. Where am I supposed to go? Am I supposed to... Do I have all the... How do I check to see... There's like no way to check and see how many clothing things I have. Yeah, okay. I think I'm supposed to go this way. These enemies appeared. Thanks, the real Mike. It's my videos take a long time, that's why there's not many of them. I have plans to make more this year, obviously. I would like to do a few in October that are kind of Halloween themed. I already have one that I've been kind of working on since last Halloween. But I'd also like to make a few more to go with that one. Maybe we won't finish this level. I don't... Or this section, rather. Because I forgot about this part. I think we still got a ways to go, so... Gonna have to wrap up things here pretty soon. But... I had fun talking to you guys.
And so does Starfish Man.
It's been a really good time.
What is this place? Why are there
I do have
statues of
intentions on doing more Nintendo stuff.
that door shut?
Even more discussion-based stuff, but I haven't completely decided how that's going to work. I might put that on a separate channel that I've set up called Way Past Normal. But I do plan on doing Nintendo stuff. It's just right now I want to cover a lot of the weird licensed games that I played as a kid, just because I find those super interesting. Did that really only give me that? Like how this world is made out of paper, for the most part. Or at least it's all flat. What is happening with the camera? That was jank. What is happening with the camera? Okay, there we go. Ow. Oh. An idiot. Just jumped into that. Oh, I'm stupid. I apologize for being a big old dummy. SpongeBob, me boy. Give me money. Get out of here. Get out of here. Nobody likes your big old face. Ugh. Wanna smash down this button. Quit giving me bad guys. Yeah, I'm planning on doing the Scooby-Doo games. That's one of the things I'm planning on doing around Halloween. I've already started recording footage of one of them. That I plan on doing. Not necessarily all of them, but several of them. Like probably the 2 or 3, or more like 3 or 4, probably. Almost got killed by the Bow Wow box.
Here we go.
Whew. It is hot in my room right now.
Wow, look at it go.
I'm sweating like a sinner in church. To blow these down? Again? Yupperoo. That's weird.
The people of this street will no longer have to look at your ugly face.
From Banjo Tooie. I haven't played the Banjo games. Like, I respect Banjo. I don't own them. I want to play them. But Microsoft have not made that super easy. The only way to really do that now is Rare Replay, and I don't own an Xbox, so. I mean, I can get them on N64, obviously. They're really expensive right now, though, so. The website I normally shop from has, like, drastically increased their prices because of, I'm assuming they're trying to take advantage of the COVID situation. And it's just frustrating. Because, I mean, retro games are never cheap, but they had them up to, like, almost every GameCube game. Like, every good one was over $100. Ow. Which is ridiculous. Like, I don't feel like a GameCube game should be $100. Okay, we got 14 minutes. Riders, if you're in the chat, can you be the one to link the next stream, because I'm not entirely sure who's streaming right now. Like next, I mean. Or at least could you send it to me on Discord so I can put it in the chat? Because I know it looked like it had changed, and I don't have the channel for whoever we changed it to.
Beats paper, and so does Starfish Man.
I know initially it was going to be an art stream, which would have been really cool.
Pulling it
Something
down
might have gone wrong
shouldn't
with
be
that,
too
though.
hard.
Which is understandable. I mean, art stuff is always, like, art technology is always breaking. Like, drawing tablets and stuff. Real frustrating. Ah!
Sting like a jellyfish.
Oh, apparently, Sleepy Seed? Might be up above, though. My dog's borfing. He's a little borfster. Whack. Whack. This has been fun, guys. I mean, if there's any last minute things you want to say, I'll try to check the chat here in a sec. Can I not push this back? No, I can't. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Push this back? Yep. There's that one. Trying to finish this level real quick, but don't know that we're gonna have time. Ah, is that really just a sleepy seed? Oh no, that's not a sleepy seed. I was gonna say. Oh, I gotta push the train back. Whoopsie doodles. Go Starfish Man! This stream switchy thing? Oh, this stream is for the Rehydrated relief, so, it's like an event where we're all, like, doing different streams and then sending people to the next stream. So, someone will be streaming after me. Probably a SpongeBob game, whatever it is. Like I said, it was initially supposed to be an art stream where they would draw SpongeBob stuff, but I think that's changed. So I'm not sure what they're streaming. Probably Battle for Bikini Bottom, I would guess, but unsure.
Go me!
I'm not sure Riders is here, so I will have to figure that out here in a minute. What am I doing? What? Oh, am I supposed to over here? Yup. Yuppers. Ow. Ow. I'm bad at games. Ah! That's a jump scare for you.
You don't scare me. Okay, man, just a bit.
Riders will be in my video, so will be CNB Extra and Zach Peck. They helped me out with some things.
Only something I can do to shut him up. Nope, I can't think of anything. I got it. I'll push over his statue. That will show him.
I'm bad at games too.
That'll hurt the brain. That's the way. And don't do it again.
Leave me alone, you bullies. Nobody calls me Tubby.
Go bye-bye.
Haha, I knocked down your statue, you fool.
Your evil ways. You haven't seen the last of me, Starfish Man. Look, it's the last
He
piece
was
of
hiding the
that
last pair of
dreaded Patrick
something.
had it the whole
Not pair of.
time.
He was hiding the last clothing. Now I go back and give the guy his clothes so he doesn't have to be naked no more. If we can end this by saving the guy by giving him his clothes, I think that'll be a great way to end the stream. We gotta hurry. Gotta get to the train tracks.
Oh, Starfish Man,
Woo!
and with my
Take your clothes.
thank you.
Yeah.
All in a day's work, my friend.
You're a
Now you look out
middle-aged
for
Elvis
your
impersonator.
future. We're so glad to see you, Starfish Man. The whole town's been overrun with
Yeah, that's true. If you want to see all the streams,
We need you to clean
you
up the
can
town.
see it
And
on Twitch with the Twitch community
I'll see you when you've cleaned up the town.
channel. I mean the Battle for Bikini Bottom community channel. Let me
Clean up the town, eh?
message Riders on
What I
Discord.
need is laundry detergent.
See if he
Lots and
has
lots
the
of
link.
laundry detergent.
Or at least.
Bring it
Oh,
on.
ah.
Hey!
Wasn't paying enough attention.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Scooby Snacks.
Pleased with me.
Ow. Ow. No, quit giving me cutscenes.
This place will be clean as a
Forget it. I'm not collecting the Scooby Snack looking box. I'm gonna message Riders real quick. Is streaming. No. Now he looks up. Alright. Keep playing here for a minute. But we're about done here. Okay, you gave me the link. Apparently it is an Atlantis Square Pantis speedrun that's next, so that should be interesting. I feel like I haven't really seen gameplay of Atlantis Square Pantis
Shine once I'm done.
in a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and post the link. Ah, quit giving me cutscenes. Hold on. I'm gonna go
Whiter than white.
I'm gonna go ahead and put the link
Job.
in the chat so you guys can just head on over there here in a sec. And it has been a good time, guys. Thank you. Remember to donate if you can. And I can't. Hold on. Gonna have to pull it up on my phone. So my video, like I said, it'll either go up tonight or we might put it out tomorrow. So be sure to stay tuned for that because I have worked tirelessly on it and I just want to make sure that you guys can see it. Okay. Hopefully that shows up as a link. Okay, there we go. Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and just wrap up things here now because I can't really progress in the game and we only have like 4 minutes. So if you guys want to head on over to Proto's Twitch, you can, and he'll be streaming Atlantis Square Panis. And just thank you for everyone who donated, thank you for everyone who watched, and thank you for everyone who hung out in chat. And I will see you guys in my video later. And yeah, thanks guys.